We just got hit with so many little breadcrumbs from weird animations to creator posts, and it's all pointing to one thing. Episode 5 is going to be insane. Some of these might just blow your digital minds, and honestly, some of them might actually be true. First up, let's talk about the adventure, baby. We already knew from way back in the Season 1 trailer that a baseball stadium was on the docket for the first 5 episodes. And guess what? Every single other location teased in that trailer, checked. So yeah, baseball is definitely happening. We even saw Regatha and Gangle practicing pitching in the Episode 4 intro, practically confirming our clown crew is gearing up for some kind of big game. But hold up, it's not just baseball. Gooseworks herself dropped a pic of Jax getting squashed by a bowling ball, heavily hinting that bowling is also in the mix. Remember that scene in the pilot where Jax eats a bowling ball at Kinger and Gangle? Total foreshadowing. And just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder, Glitch dropped a brand new animation titled Zooble Car is the Future. They turned Zooble into a car Kinger's driving. This has to be a spoiler for Episode 5, right? It totally fits the vibe of a wacky race adventure, like Mario Kart, but way more messed up. Plus we had that intense chase scene in Episode 2 with Gummy and his crew. Car racing was totally foreshadowed there too. So theory number 1 is Episode 5 is a full-blown multi-sport spectacular. Kane is probably going to whip up some insane digital sports arena where the gang has to compete in baseball, bowling, car racing, and maybe even more bizarre sports just for his own amusement. Imagine the chaos, the rivalry, the sheer absurdity of these characters trying to play by rules that probably don't even make sense. It's the perfect backdrop for everything else that's apparently going to go down. Okay, while the sports theme sounds fun, the creator updates have been giving us chills. Gooseworks recently made some seriously honest posts about the show being for an older audience because she's planning some evil ideas and concepts. Yikes. And she specifically mentioned that Episode 5 was written back in 2023, a time when she was apparently more used to these ideas. This strongly suggests that some of these darker concepts are landing squarely in Episode 5. Fans have been piecing this together, and one huge possibility is linked to Jax. Remember that leak about a lot of chaos in this episode, likely caused by Jax, and how the lack of violence has been affecting him, making him more and more upset? Theory number 2 is Jax finally breaks and unleashes the chaos. He's been holding back, putting on that creepy permanent smile and snarky attitude, but underneath, he's potentially a damaged kid using it all as a defense mechanism. The pressure, the repetitive, pointless adventures, the lack of anything truly messed up happening is getting to him. Maybe the high-stakes, multi-sport adventure pushes him over the edge. He could start actively sabotaging the games, messing with the other characters in genuinely cruel ways, or just causing pure, unadulterated pandemonium because he can't take the mundane insanity anymore. This episode could be where we finally see the cracks in Jax's facade, and it's going to be equal parts terrifying and fascinating. Now, let's talk about a character who's been getting a lot of attention in the leaks, Regatha. We've been told she's a main star of this episode, and when a fan asked Gooseworks if Regatha would be okay after Episode 5, she gave an awkward laugh. Not reassuring. This, combined with other hints, leads us to theory number 3. Regatha is going to abstract, or at least come terrifyingly close, and we'll see her evil side. Gooseworks has confirmed that the next character closest to going insane, which goes hand in hand with abstracting, is the one we least suspect. Who is the most seemingly kind, positive, and put-together character? Regatha. But we also know her secret. She internalizes everything. She pretends everything's fine, like admitting she hates Jax, but pretends not to in Episode 4 just so he'll like her. All that suppressed stress and negativity has to go somewhere. Add to this the image of evil Regatha we've seen teased, the shadow in Pomni's dream, a new image Gooseworks posted, and the confirmation that Episode 5 is the evil Regatha episode. Gooseworks even gave us a cryptic line from Regatha in this episode: "Not anymore." This line, combined with the "something bad happens" leak, strongly suggests Regatha is dropping the facade. Not anymore could mean I'm not going to pretend anymore, or I'm not going to be the nice Regatha anymore. This episode could be the explosive result of all her internalized issues finally boiling over, manifesting as an evil version or triggering the abstraction process itself. It's heartbreaking to think about, but oh so compelling from a story perspective. Expanding on that, theory number 4 is Episode 5 will finally show us the real process of abstraction, and it will happen to Regatha. We've only seen the aftermath with Kaufmo and a glimpse in Pomni's dream, which we know wasn't the true experience. Gooseworks has said a future episode will reveal what it's really like for a circus member to abstract. All signs point to Regatha being the one. Why? Because she's a main character, we care about her, and seeing someone we least expect go through this would be incredibly impactful. This theory proposes that her breakdown, theory 3, directly leads to her starting the abstraction process. We won't just see the result, we'll see the terrifying descent into digital madness, the internal experience, how her form starts to distort. Will it be painful, confusing, a twisted sense of release? This could be one of those evil ideas and concepts Gooseworks warned us about, showing the true horror of being trapped in this world world and losing your mind. The leak saying Ragatha might not be okay afterwards supports this. Maybe the process starts but doesn't complete, leaving her permanently altered, stuck somewhere between her normal self and a fully abstracted form. That would be a dark, dark turn, but totally fits the mature themes of the show. But wait, there's more to Ragatha's story. Theory number 5 dives into her past, suggesting we'll finally learn her backstory in episode 5, and it heavily involves horses. Remember that seemingly throwaway line from Ragatha while she was on Stupid Sauce in episode 4, "I miss my horses"? Turns out that wasn't just random babbling. Gooseworks confirmed that Ragatha indeed had horses at some point, and it's significant to her story and her secret identity. Gooseworks also confirmed Ragatha is secretly based on Raggedy Ann, who has a horse companion in her stories. This theory posits that episode 5, being the Ragatha episode, will delve into her life before the circus. What happened to her horses? Was losing them the trauma that led her to internalize her feelings so much? Did something happen related to horses that got her trapped in the digital circus? Perhaps the stress of the sports adventure, or seeing something within the digital world, maybe a digital horse, triggers memories of her past and the pain she's been suppressing. Her backstory could explain why she's so close to snapping and why she developed that coping mechanism of pretending to be okay. This would add so much depth to her character right before she potentially undergoes a massive, terrifying change. Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite perpetually anxious king, Kinger. The provided info brings up the idea of abstraction again, specifically mentioning that a black chess piece, theorized to be Queenie, might have been abstracted before. And who's our resident chess piece? Kinger. He's clearly the most visibly unstable character, constantly panicking, zoning out, forgetting things. He seems genuinely broken, potentially from the loss of his wife, possibly Queenie. It feels like he's ripe for abstraction. However, the leaks also include a point that Kinger might not abstract next because if he thinks about leaving, he'll probably forget a few seconds later. This fascinating tidbit leads to theory number 6. Kinger is paradoxically protected from abstraction by his own insanity. Everyone else abstracts when the stress and the desire to leave overwhelm them to the point of breaking their digital minds. But Kinger's mind is already broken. He's already forgotten so much, including potentially the driving desire to leave or the capacity to fully process the horror of his situation. He's in a perpetual state of mild, rambling insanity that, in a weird, twisted way, anchors him just enough to prevent the final, terrifying step into full abstraction. Could his constant search for his wife, Queenie, also be a bizarre anchor? He's too far gone to abstract, leaving him trapped in his broken state indefinitely. Finally, let's get hyped about the inevitable trailer. We know Glitch is focusing on episode 5 now that the Gaslight District pilot is out. Gooseworks confirmed the writing was done ages ago, meaning they're deep in animation. And here's the thing, a fan discovered that the episode 5 trailer is already finished and secretly uploaded as a privated video on Glitch's official Amazing Digital Circus playlist. It's there, waiting. This tells us they're getting close, and trailers, as we know, usually drop bombshells and reveal release dates. So theory number 7 is the unreleased privated trailer is hiding a major character moment or cliffhanger that will break the internet. Is it the first clear look at evil Ragatha in action? A terrifying shot of Ragatha starting to abstract? Jax doing something genuinely shocking and destructive? A tease of Ragatha's backstory involving the horses? Or maybe, just maybe, the trailer will show us a glimpse of the real abstraction process happening in real time. Glitch knows how to build hype, and keeping the trailer hidden means there's something in it they want to reveal closer to the release date for maximum impact. Whatever it is, when that trailer finally drops, be prepared, because it's going to unleash new theories and push our excitement levels through the roof. The wait is tough, I know, especially with Gooseworks mentioning burnout and delays, but knowing the writing was done ages ago and the trailer is finished gives me hope that the animation is chugging along. We just gotta hang in there. Which of these theories do you think is most likely? Do you have any other crazy ideas based on the leaks? Let me know down in the comments below.